We'll organize an
Mr.
evacuation at the
Nanaki.
gym. Miss Signor Ninaki. That's a good idea. Maybe I'll come too. Sakazaki, doctor, what will you two do? Well, I don't have any more business here. I shall return to the lab. Leaving Hayako alone with another man would hardly be gentlemanly, so I'll go with the doctor. Well then, let's go, Kawara. Shirogane. Very well. Yep. I sent Mike the link to the stream. I wonder if he's watching. Shout out to my main man, Mike, watching this stream. Check out his YouTube channel. Link in the description. Where was that hatch? Have your eyes... Have you eyes or pickled onions? Right there! The hatch, high above the ground, is open. It looks like the control panel worked. I think everybody should be able to fly up to that. It's a little narrow, so we'll have to go 2 or 3 at a time. But outside, yeah, it's perfectly clear. We can only see the sky, but there's no storm or gale. Nothing but the same calm autumn sky from this morning. No earthquake, no typhoon, and the announcement video was fake. I think it's safest to assume the whole thing was a lie. I am curious about the state of things out there, but the door closes on its own, so we had best think carefully before going out. We can't see the city at all. We don't really know what's going on out there, if anything. But if there really is no disaster, and this is all some plot surrounding Tosaka's death, we need more clues. I'll go, says Ryota. Are you sure? We have no guarantee that it's safe out there. It isn't safe here either. Look. Oh, Student A. Look! The hatch is open! Student B. It is! We can go home! No, you're supposed to be in the gym. You shouldn't go out yet. Like heck we are Student A. Like heck are we sticking around with nothing but bogus explanation from earlier. Student B. I can't wait any longer. I'm going out. Flying noises. Wait, come back. Come back at once. We don't know if it's safe out there yet. Gunshot. Gas, says Student B. Exclamation. A gunshot? What? We have to help him. Calm down, Kawara. You'll only get yourself shot as well. But... As if to laugh at my shock, the hatch gives an unpleasant rumble and swings shut. He was shot as soon as he went out. Someone on the other side shot him. It's not a natural disaster. If we go out, we get killed. But why? Imagine the smell in the gym right now with all the birds. 3rd class, end. 4th class. Gabe's probably sitting there in his room like, what just happened? Why are people getting shot now? What is this, Call of Duty? 360 no scope? Or he's just sitting there playing Warframe like, oh, Brad's still streaming?
That's probably what he's still doing.
Hayako's corpse delivered without warning throughout the school. The students gathered without explanation in the gym. The headmaster appearing on screen to announce an emergency situation and turning up dead. The gray dome enclosing the school. The scarecrow appearing for no apparent reason in the sealed off building. And now, the students shot dead if they try to escape.
Jesus, what the hell?
What is going on outside? How humiliating. It would seem that things are worse than we ever expected. If only I'd stopped him. There's nothing we could do. They There's nothing we could do that we didn't, Kawara. The last thing you need to do is start mourning what we've lost. You don't intend to give up now, do you? No, I'm fine. We have to keep going. This has been going on for 2 hours now. This is a good story. Good job. Good job, bird developers. I think we should keep quiet about this to everyone in the gym. We can explain to them after we figured out what to do. Yeah, that's probably the best way to do it.
Ugh.
Our one chance at escape turns out to be a one-way ticket across the sticks. There's nothing we can do but search for clues inside the school. Where shall we go next? Let's go back to the maintenance office. Mr. One might have that file open. Very well. We return to the maintenance office and explain what outside to Mr. One. 1 second, I'm trying to figure something out. Sorry for interrupting the stream. I must figure something out. No explanations will be given. There we go. Settings. Just seeing if I can send Gabe my voice. Record my microphone. Configure microphone. Hello! Test microphone. Yes, it's working. Darn, it doesn't look like it worked. Oh well. We return to the maintenance office and explain what outside to Mr.
Back.
One. Gabe is back.
This story though, right?
I know, right? I tried to turn on the microphone for your watching there. I guess I didn't do it right. Oh yeah, I didn't.
What happened? I think my phone crashed on my phone, and so I just want to get dinner. I'm back.
Oh, I thought you were watching on Steam. I see.
I was watching a little bit.
It seems that our worst predictions have come to bear their evil fruit. Our worst predictions? Do you know something? We can predict things without knowing that they will happen. Confusing predictions with reality can be fatal, young one. Let me just accept that. Here we go. Approve! And since you're both in the Skype now, I don't need to authorize voice chat, whatever. I've been wondering for a while. Mr. One, are you really just a maintenance worker? An innocent student was shot. I suppose it's time I introduced myself properly. Leon J.B. What happened? I am Leon J.B., one of the greatest soaring wings of the Dove Party, S-Class Agent. Pleased to meet you. The Dove Party? He looked like a cockatiel to me. I have heard of this Dove Party, the secret organization that advocates living in harmony with humans, correct? You are well informed, young one. It is a noble duty to be well informed. I feel like I must have missed something. There are 2 schools throughout... You guys are actually watching? There are 2 schools...
I'm having the music playing in the background while I'm playing this. Just...
Sure. There are 2 schools throughout driving... There are 2 schools of thought driving the politics of today. The Dove Party, who believe that we should live peacefully with humans, and the Hawk Party, who believe we should exterminate. Exterminate? But I thought the wars with humans were over. Gabe's back.
Wait, I thought Sakuya was in the party.
No, Sakuya is a transfer student from out of Japan. He's a French noble bird. I mean, they're all fantail pigeons or doves or something. Like, he's a dove. Like, that's a kind of bird, right? Not just a political party.
Wait, who's the dove, the person that we just did today?
We just talked to Mr. One.
Yeah, right?
And he's actually Leon JB.
No, wait, the route, the ending we went.
Oh,
The
that
one where
was
he said, yeah,
that was Yuya. He's a secret
Oh,
agent.
Sakuya, right?
Yeah, Yuya.
Oh, Yuya. Okay, never mind.
This is Sakuya. This is Sakuya Shirogane. The other one is Sakazaki Yuya. Do you really believe that everyone just decided to live happily together?
The bond, JB.
Leon JB. Like one Leon. Sadly, that is not how the world works. There are still many disagreements between birds and humans, and so the hawks and the doves have come to the foray. We discovered Hawk's activity at this school, so I was dispatched to investigate. And what we feared would happen has happened. Wait a minute, are you saying the Hawk Party has something to do with St. Pigeonations? It seems hard to believe, but this school is known for its tolerant policies towards humans. It even welcomed Tosaka's representative. Tosaka as a representative. There was no space. I cannot confirm or deny it, but there are a growing number of Hawk operatives attached to the school. The headmaster's secret file will probably answer some of your questions. Oh, you got it open. Thank you. That should speed things up a little. Let's look inside. I have a quick question. Have you guys been watching the whole time, or is it crashing and you're joining again, or what's going on?
What?
I don't know, because in the corner it keeps popping up.
Sometimes it stops loading because...
Oh, so like it stops and you refresh it?
It stops loading because I'm torrenting at the same time.
Oh no, evidence! Torrenting is just kid lingo for watching streams, everyone. Ignore that.
Torrenting Japanese anime.
Stop,
yeah, because I can't pay for that.
Stop.
Stop speaking, Gabe.
You're incriminating yourself. I mean... What? We're dating birds here. We're not illegal or anything. Don't swat me, please! To help humans and birds advance in hand and feather towards the bright and happy future, we have decided to enroll one human in the school starting in the year 2187. They will be the human representative. The pandemic has long since ended, but we must nonetheless be cautious of the risk of infection with the Sumatra influenza when making our selection. We have picked a strong, healthy 15-year-old human who displays hereditary resistance to Sumatraria influenza. Whatever. The human representative? This is talking about Tosaka, no matter how we look at it. 2187, that's when we enrolled here. Come on, let's read the rest. The chosen individual will be a symbol of human concession to wit, a hostage for birds. If the representative is to die in the school, the entire campus will be sealed off, and the birds inside will be given to the humans as prisoners. The seal will be lifted in 12 hours after the death is confirmed, and the birds will be delivered to the humans. The school will be declared an extraterrestrial zone, and avian protests of any human reprisal will not be tolerated. If Hayako is to die, so her death was connected to the dome after all. And the important part is the final gruesome exchange. Basically, if anything happens to Hayako, the representative of humanity, then the entire school takes the blame. So it would seem. They trap us in here and give us to the humans. They trap us in here and give the humans time to arm themselves. The dome will open in a few hours, but what awaits us outside is a horde of bloodthirsty monkeys. How humorous. It is not humorous at all! So, this is the true face of her enrollment here. I rather think... I keep biting my tongue. Ow. Just a second, I need a little more NOS energy. Pure energy, no carbs.
God, why am I still here?
Ravenous Hydra. Pure energy, no carbs.
Who wants to
Dunk
play
Master
League?
Darius skin.
I
After
wanna
I
play
finish
League
this
right now.
bird story. So
No,
this
I feel
was
like playing I feel like playing right now.
Yeah,
so.
sure, go ahead. I'm not keeping you here. You're not my bird hostage or anything.
That's a lie.
You're not allowed to go anywhere. Keep watching. I rather think that this whole thing was arranged to widen the divide between humans and birds from the start. Indeed, things here go deeper than we ever realized. As you know, this school's public stance is very liberal on human cohabitation issue. In fact, the school's principal financer, the Ichijo Group, has been heavily involved in human charities for the past 20 years. I have investigated the history of St. Pigeonations extensively, and I can confirm that its founder was the ideal coexistence with the humans. But the Hawk Party has been sending in agents for a long time, eating away at the system like a dreadful virus. We have had information about this document for some time. It is real. It's kind of hard to take all this in at once. Just to make sure, for 12 hours the dome will remain closed. During that time, humans will gather to take revenge, and then, when the dome opens, they will kill every bird in sight. And with that, another era of war between birds and humans will begin. That student who got shot when he flew through the hatch? There are already humans waiting out there with guns. She was discovered this morning and the dome was raised soon after. So the time is not from when she died, but from when her death is confirmed. The evacuation was about 2 hours ago? Yeah, it was right at the start of second period, around 10 o'clock. So we have about until 10 p.m. before we're all killed. You seem awfully calm, Sakuya, even after watching somebody get shot. Remain calm, Kawara. Do nothing but worry about what's gone wrong, and you'll be next. I do not know who did this, but they will rue the day they decided to tangle with a label. What time is it, Mr. Leone? Leon, help!
Leon!
Resident Evil 4. Ugh. Leon, help! And it loops that until she gets carried out of the area. Game over. Just past 2. We have only 8 hours then. 8 hours. We have to find an escape route in 8 hours or we'll be killed. But if we go outside, we'll be killed anyway. Just getting outside isn't enough. There has to be another way. My dictionary... My dictionary does not contain the word impossible. We shall continue the investigation. You're very decisive, Sakuya. I'm glad you're here. Huh. Don't attempt to flatter me, Kawara. I'm not. I mean it. We found the connection between Hayako's death and the dome. There is clearly some sort of intrigue behind it all. I don't want to die without knowing the truth. We'd better go now. We have to solve this before we've run out of time. You are a promising lad. If I were to give you a piece of advice, well, don't miss the forest for the trees. Don't miss the forest for the trees? Exclamation. Sakuya, There's one more file. Operation Hatoful? What is that? I don't know. That's just what it says on here. The bottom half is torn off. We can't read it at any rate. The human must date birds. I don't feel like it has anything hopeful anyway. That's an awfully friendly name for a confidential document, though. Stupid Jack. Look, it's spelled hurtful. Whoa, it is. Whoa, it is. I thought hatoful meant heartful. I suspect we have to find many of the things that... I suspect that we will find many things become quite hurtful. Right. It was probably hurtful. It was probably something important, given that it is, that it was in the locked file. Indeed. I hadn't heard of this hurtful thing before, but you might want to look into the school's history. The school's history? At any rate, the headmaster must have known what would happen after Tosaka died. The escape hatch was no doubt to put in place to allow him alone to escape. Which means that maybe he had a guarantee of safety for himself? I don't want to suspect an elder, but it looks that way. Everything going on here is connected. We may well find something of use in the records. Right. Let's go look at the school documents then. I'm not the only Dove agent in this school. I'm sure the other will help you as well. Good luck, gentlemen. Time to go look for more clues. Maybe we should write in the notes first? They're making me make notes. Telling me to save. I hear that in the non-HD Steam version, you could die in this part, get game over. But now it's been removed or something, but I'll save anyway.
How do you die?
I don't know.
Get shot?
Maybe. Okay, I saved, but you're listening, right? You can hear the music?
No, I didn't blast the music.
Greg, you can hear the music?
Yeah, I can hear the music.
Listen to this. Sorry, stream. Short digression.
It sounds very upbeat.
For some people to die, I'd say.
Sounds very upbeat.
It's the fight with Engel.
You should write in the notes first.
Yeah, I just wanted to show that. Okay, back to the story.
I'm behind by a lot.
Yeah, that's alright,
Keep going.
But you'll hear the music for a little while. Mr. Leone said to investigate the school's history. But how? Where do we look? The headmaster's office, or the library, perhaps? We already looked through the headmaster's office. Did you see anything? Like school records or anything? I would have thought they would be here, but I don't recall seeing any. The library it is, then. And the mystery we have to solve is the blood-stained stranger Oko saw going into the infirmary yesterday. Exactly. What with the headmaster dying, an army of gun-toting bipeds showing up to turn us all into jerk chicken and all. I almost forgot about it. And the scarecrow, we still don't know where it came from. He appeared along with the dome, and no doubt it is connected to it. If we continue to investigate, I'm sure that his origins will become clear. And Tosaka's gruesome end is the best clue we have. For now, we should forget the puppet and chase after the blood-stained bird. Right. And that's decided then. we'll go to the library and read up on the school's history, and we'll look for that bird. It probably doesn't matter, but which should we do first? We'll go to the library? Sure.
Yes.
The library. I wonder if Nageki's at the gym yet. Nageki? Who? Nageki who? I met him in the library earlier. He stayed behind? An unusually dense individual, to be sure. The library's a little ways away from here. We spend some time jogging through the hallways. I've been trying to ignore it, but the dim light makes the library even creepier than the rest of the school. Getting hung up over the little things in a time like this is a sign of weak nerves. Really? Well then, what are the school documents? Huh. Probably not where anybody can look at them. They're probably somewhere in the back, then. How dull. Come, let's go, let us search. Right. Books, and none of them are what we're looking for. I was hoping it would be in this corner, but apparently not. And here, a line of incredibly dusty Huh? That's odd. There are 9 of them. Volume 6 is missing. Huh, that's weird. Did somebody misfile them? Anyway, St. Pigeonation's history is, it's not back to where... Anyway, St. Pigeonation's history. It's not back here with the large volume, so maybe it's a smaller book? It's not here, Nageki chimes in. You never left? Is that a problem? Well, not really, but I told you earlier, this is an emergency going on. Huh? I can't tell if he doesn't realize what's going on or just doesn't care. The records. Huh? I keep looking there, and you'll never find them. So, you know where they are? Yep. Well, since he's here even now, I imagine he basically lives in here. So, it's hardly surprising that he knows where to find things. I don't have much time. Could you tell me where to find them? By request. Request? You don't know what that is? He gazes at me with eyes like black holes of cosmic disdain. You can only get at them by request. They're not kept out here. Then where are they kept? Behind the reception desk in the back. It's not locked, so go ahead. There are a number of bookshelves behind the desk, it's true. Thank you, Nageki, really. Don't worry about it. You've been mumbling to yourself ever since we split up. Please, try to remain in charge of your faculties, Kawara. Oh, I'm sorry, I was talking to him. Talking? To the bookshelves? Surely there are better uses of your energy. No, Nageki. No, Nageki was telling me where to find the... There's no one else here. Sees this bizarre monodrama. Ryota's silent. What is he talking about? Nageki is standing right next to me. It's not like he's behind the shelf or something. I was worried he was a figment of my imagination for a minute, but he just told me where to find the records. But Sakuya... Let's find out. Can I ask you something, Nageki? Yes. Are you a hallucination? Nageki's silent. If I was, that would mean you're asking a hallucination whether or not he's a hallucination. Yeah, that's right. It does seem a little weird. Does it matter? Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. That doesn't answer anything. This doesn't usually happen. I've never been able to talk to a bird I've just met before. I think I will remember everything soon. What about you? Have you found the thing you forgot yet?
I just hope he figures out he's a ghost.
I think he's a ghost. Nageki, do you know something about that? Huh? He disappeared. The thing I forgot. That's exactly what the doctor said, too. Why did Nageki forget? Why did Nageki know about that? Was it just a coincidence? It wasn't just a coincidence, was it? Am I forgetting something important about all this? I don't think I can dismiss him for just hallucination. Request only books? This shelf? Looks like it. I see a lot of the same books, I see a lot of the same books as were in the headmaster's office. Chronologically of St. Pigeon Nations. This? Let's see. Oh, chronology, probably. 2180. Founding of the school, same year. Ichijo Kitsuge. Inaugurated as headmaster. 2810. It's much more recent than I had thought. Only 8 years. I hadn't known either. Aside from that, and it's all transfer student records and sports scores. Is there really a clue in here? Wait, Sakuya, look at this. 2183. Medical center shut down due to fire. Medical center? Does this school have something like that? I don't think so. There was no mention of it in the student guide. I suppose it was never reopened. Does it say anything else? Right here. Damage from the fire! Exclamation. The book presents us with a new mystery, as if to taunt our inability to hold on to those we already have. A new sort of mystery. 2183. Medical center shut down due to fire. Freshman Fujishiro Nageki died in the basement, where the fire started. Didn't I just hear that name? It's the exact same, but that's... Nageki died 5 years ago? Then what is Nageki? What is this the Nageki I keep meeting today? He didn't deny that he was a hallucination. Sakuya couldn't see him, which means he's a ghost. As Sakuya shakes the screen, don't say such dreadful things! It's unscientific! Tu des Balivernes. We're betting our lives on... He starts speaking French. We're betting our lives on this search. You know... I won't have any occult rubbish brought into it. But I think he knew something. If he is the same bird, then he couldn't be the key to solving this mystery. If he is the same bird, then he could be the... I read that... If he is the same bird, then he could be the key to solving this mystery. I read it as, if he isn't, he couldn't. So, you intend to rely on some invisible ghost? There are limits, Koara. I spent some time looking for him in the library, but I couldn't find him. He always found me, rather than the other way around. I'll just have to wait for him to show up again. The blood-stained bird. Do you have an idea? I feel like I should. It's not something I'd encounter normally, but for some reason... Don't I know somebody like that? Oh, I know who it is! They're talking about Angel. Vague, as always.
You just realized that?
I mean, I was figuring, oh, you know, it could be somebody who chopped up the person and was walking around to the infirmary to go clean it up or something. Vague, as always. We do have a time limit here. We must not fail. We must not fall behind. I know. If I remember what it was, I'll say right away. Maybe Yuya was still in there. Let's go ask him again. He did say there was He did say he was there until he returned home. If anyone went in, he should have seen them. However, he said he saw nothing out of the ordinary. If what said is true, then he was lying. I feel like there was a typo or something there. It says exactly this. He said that he saw nothing out of the ordinary. If what said is true, then he was lying. I guess if what he said. Okay. I'm not crazy, everyone who's watching this and future generations. I wasn't a crazy person. That's not right, is it? Which would mean that the doctor was lying too. Huh, very well. Yuya! Salutations! How goes the investigation? Well, just who do you think I am? Yeah, unlike me, you're a very capable bird. Yuya, we wanted to ask you something. Oh? I'll answer anything that doesn't violate my privacy, so ask away. Did you really not see anything yesterday after school? I'm not sure what you mean. I thought the doctor and I had already verified each other's innocence. We were in the infirmary the entire time. We talked to San earlier. He said that he saw a blood-stained stranger go into the infirmary yesterday. Did you see anything like that? Nope. Sorry. Could you be the blood-stained bird yourself? Yikes. No. As you can see, I'm not hurt anywhere at all. Besides, he said he saw this bird going to the infirmary, not going into the infirmary, right? Yeah, he did. Anyway, I got distracted by lights. Sorry. Anyway, I didn't see anything. There's not much more I can say. Right, Doctor? Yes, that's right. No one came yesterday. I don't think we'll find anything more here, Sakuya. Let's move on. Indeed. Did those two really not see anything yesterday? If there had actually been some blood-stained stranger, then that would mean that you and the doctor are hiding something. The medicinal center seems like a good place to go now. Indeed. Where is it? That's the problem. I'd never heard of it before, either. It sounds rather large. I wouldn't expect it to be hard to find. The record book says the fire broke out in the basement, and if the building was burnt to the ground, it would have said so. So it should still be here then, assuming it wasn't demolished. And are there any unused buildings on the campus? Unused buildings? Oh yeah, that old hall. Old hall? Yeah, that's what we call it.
We're just listening.
Yeah. Are you guys enjoying the story?
Yeah.
Yes. Nice. I'm a successful entertainer now. Professional.
Professional. We're called professional entertainers.
That's what we call.
Not strippers.
It's by the back gate, and it's not used for. What's wrong? The school hasn't even been around for 10 years. What does it? Oh, does it have? What reason does it have for being called an old hall? Exclamation. Now that you mention it, it's kind of strange. Come, guide me there. Oh, they were all dead all along. None of them were actually alive. They're all fake. This is it. It doesn't really look like a medicinal center. Medical, not medicinal. Sorry. It's called a dispensary, and it's for medicinal purposes. It's pretty much the same as the main building, yeah. It looks like the door's locked.
I spoiled myself. I looked it up. I won't say that.
Then, shall we break it down? Why? Why would you search it up? Anyway. You're starting to sound like a delinquent, Sakuya. What? What did I say? Don't worry about it. We'd probably be suspended for breaking in here, but this is an emergency. We don't have a choice.
Okay.
Cough, cough. It's awfully dusty in here.
Cough, cough. It's
Yeah. Sorry.
Awfully dusty.
I mean, what do pigeons coughing sound like? It's awfully dusty in here. It's been left unused for years. It appears.
I noticed that, but you know, I'm delayed.
Yeah. It appears it has been left unused for 5 years. It appears that they don't leave much behind. Everything's empty. I wonder if they cleared everything out when they sealed the building. This all looks pretty much the same as the main building. Bah! Did we come in here for nothing? Let's look around a little more. This door still has a sign on it. I guess it was a reference room? I do not relish in the prospect of wandering around this mausoleum of schoolrooms, but very well. We open the door. It's even dustier in here. The shelves are marked with dates. Perhaps they once held medical records. There's nothing left now, though. And Operation Hatoful. Huh? Among the row of dates, sure enough, there's a shelf labeled Operation Hatoful. Empty as well. It would have been asking too much it would have been asking too much to hope to find anything anyway. Operation Hatoful. I wonder what it is. Who knows? Something put in place along with the human representative business, so no doubt it was nothing good. Operation Hatoful was connected to this medical center. What if it's the source of the mystery we're tangled in now? My head hurts. The only things left are archaic medical journals. Huh? It's the encyclopedia. An odd place to keep one. Wait, look at the volume numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, 10, 11, 12. What? Does this unpleasant arrangement hold some meaning? I saw them like this in the library too. A bunch of old encyclopedias? Yeah. Can I look at these for a bit? Do as you please. The ones in the library had the same binding. And a place for the volume 9. In place of volume 9, there's an extra copy of volume 6. Look, this copy of volume 6 has a library sticker on it. Perhaps it came from the library then? Someone must have brought it here when the medical center was still open. They probably switched it with volume 9. An unpleasant piece of mischief, to be sure. Yeah. The other volumes all seem as they should. There probably isn't anything in the extra copy of volume 9, but maybe we should go see if it came from here. When we get back to the main building, let's check the library, provided it isn't a mere waste of time. We leave the reference room and continue our investigation of the medical center. We've searched the entire first floor, and have yet to find what we're after. The stairs into the basement? Apparently, the fire that closed this building 5 years ago started in the basement, but we haven't found it yet. The elevator doesn't have a button for it either. How do we get in? Perhaps we can't anymore, huh? Look at the wall. The wall? Looks like a normal concrete wall to me. Don't you see it? Stupid peasant. What about it? The thick Think back to the exterior of the building on the second floor. There shouldn't be a wall here. It's small, but there's a space behind there. It must have been sealed off after the fire. Now that he mentions it, this wall is a slightly different color than the rest, which would make sense if it had been put in later. So that there are stairs beyond here? Seems likely. There is, but this isn't this a bit much for a cleanup of some fire? We probably won't be able to break this down. If we can't get in there, we'll have to, I doubt we'll find anything more useful in here. At least we found the thing from the headmaster's quarters. Sorry.
Having troubles?
I gotta pee. I'm waiting until
Then go
we
take
get.
a piss.
Wait
Go!
until no.
Wait,
At least
did
we
have
found.
you chained?
Yes, I am a captive entertainer. At least we found too much NOS energy, pure energy, no carbs.
No. Shut up.
At least we found that thing from the headmaster's documents again. Yeah, let's head back. Windows breaking, glass shattering. Did you hear something? Yes. Someone else just broke in here. This could be bad. We're in a dead end with concrete all around. We need to get somewhere with a window fast. Run! Yes! Stop! Ah, it's here! Wait, calm down, Kawara. It's small. Boom, it's Angel. So, it is. Too small to be the Scarecrow. Huh? Aren't you from 2-2? I am the Crimson Fallen Angel, Angel. I knew it. The manga club boy from the class next door. He's famous all around the school for being a nutcase. But what's he doing in here? I think I'm gonna have a headache. Textoris Textoris Melodia Funeris. Who, me? Good for you, Kawara. He came all the way to give you a title. It's not good at all. Nothing but trouble will come of it. I don't know why you came in here, Angel, but it's dangerous. We're supposed to be in the gym with everybody else. So, come on, let's go back. I am not allowed to rest. Not until I have fulfilled my duty. In accordance with the pact of old, I must seal you here now, Textoris Meliota Funeris. Undertaker. Undertaker? If that's it, then, so the time has come at last. I will not be stopped now, Crimson Angel of Judecca. Come, says Ryota to this guy. What? 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 No. What is this? Angel, Crimson Angel, Fallen, Angel, Crimson Fallen Angel has appeared. Angel used Dark Void Shockwave. Ryota takes 24 damage. Ryota's turn. Blue Moon Slash. Ryota unleashes Blue Moon Slash. Angel takes 78 damage. Cease this jack acting, you wretched imbeciles. Sakuya attacks. Ryota takes 260 damage. Not even just attacks in general. Ryota's turn. Ryota returned to his senses. Angel takes 295 damage? Angel is shaken. What? So, Sakuya's attack made Ryota come to his senses and Angel get shaken or something. I am shocked, Kawara, to think that even you would go along with that farce. What? He disrupted my territory! I got carried away by Angel before I even noticed. Influencing the very reality of his surroundings is a frightful power indeed. You, Luzon! What did you come here to do? After what you just did, I think you may be our prime suspect. I came here to do but one thing. I must follow the demon spores. A whole new variety of what the heck are you talking about? Perhaps you could explain in normal Japanese? Your dialect is somewhat opaque. I don't think it's just his dialect, Sakuya. The end is calling me. That is all. That this is the cross I must bear. He stares off into space as if gazing at something far away. Maybe that basically means he's a thrill seeker? So you were a moth, allured by the candle's light, Luzon. No! I am stained in crimson, clad in night, unforgiven. My eternal blood seal calls me to purgatory. Ah, more crazy talk. It's not exactly a blood seal. That blood-stained crest is just the way of Bleeding Heart's plumage looks. Oh. What is it, Cora? Blood-stained chest? Sakuya, do you think maybe the blood-stained stranger Sansal was... Exclamation. Angel, were you yesterday after school... Well, where were you yesterday after school? What were you doing? Battling minor demons of Baal, following the demon spores. Could you rephrase that? Rufa, the Tree of Blight, called out to me. He's asking to say it in words we understand. Hallowed Magician of White, your anger now. It is the power of the demon spores. I think it's the power of you, Angel, that's making him mad. Bah! I must compromise. I was in the place, the ignorant many refer to as the infirmary. I knew it! I think we need to talk to you. Come! And so we left the medical center, Sakuya dragging Angel behind him.
Oh my god, there's so many.
So many
Golem
viewers?
to me.
Cuckoo! This is the one! This is the bloodstained stranger Okusan-sa! That's that then. We need to know what you did yesterday. Did you go into the infirmary? If I could, I would have. But only the Chosen One can stop the demon spores. In other words, he didn't. Useless! The gate was sealed with the power of darkness! However, Edelblau did venture within. Edelblau? Who is that? Explain in terms known to sane individuals, please. The Apostle of the Blue Sky, Edelblau. She also goes by Tasaka Hayako. Hayako went into... What? Hayako was in the infirmary yesterday after school. But the doctor and Yuya said no one came, and nothing happened. They're lying. 4th class, end. They gave me the chance to save, but I didn't. I skipped it. Oops. 5th class. You are different from those peasants, Sakuya. You were chosen from the day you were born. You must remain conscious of this. Yes, Father. We are the chosen ones. It is our duty to guide the foolish common folk. Yes, Father. Look at them, crawling in the mud. There is no value in their lives. Were it not for our compassion, they would die miserably as they live. Yes, Father. Their very blood is tainted. Their world is not yours. You must never speak with them again. Do you understand? Yes, Father.
Father, touch me more.
Stop! No! No bird touch! It's a bird touch! Bird touch!
You're touching my thighs!
My drumsticks!
My
No!
drumsticks!
No!
My drumsticks!
To Japan? Yes. You will be staying there for some time. Arrangements have already been made for your education. Remember, you must such as to bring honor to our family, Sakuya. Yes, Father. Also, Dr. Iwamine is in residence at the institution. You will be Also, Dr. Iwamane is in residence at the institution you will be attending. He is a prestigious doctor. It would not be exaggerating to say that our current glory is thanks in part to him. Do not disrespect him. Yes, Father. Yes, Father. Okay, and with that, I will be taking a short break. I'll see you soon, Internet.
Internet, come back. You can blame it all on me. Oh, what the hell is this thing? Is that a Reaper? Whoa. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Alex sure does play Awesome a lot. Oh.
Woo! Alright, I am back. Let's continue where we left off. When we last left off, we got a little speech between Sakuya and his father. Now, Ryota says, Angel saw Hayako going into the infirmary yesterday, and then the door was locked. The doctor and Yuya must have seen her. What happened in there? They must both be lying. Sakuya is silent. Yuya has been helping us all this time, and I don't want to suspect him, but he's clearly been hiding the truth. Could Yuya be covering for the doctor? We don't know that for sure. The mongrel could be lying to cast doubt on Dr. Iwamane. It's not impossible, but from what I've seen so far, the most likely conclusion is that they are working together. Sakuya, you were the one who said that we needed to remove our biases. We need to solve this. I'm aware. I want to go confront them now, but with only Angel's testimony, our evidence is a little weak. They'll probably slip out of it again if we go now. They're both much more eloquent than I am, and they'll try to dodge the issue. Which means we need to search the infirmary. Do you intend to go in without asking? Yeah. The more stealthy we do it, the better, right? Metal Gear Bird.
Metal Gear Bird.
Dun 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 dun. If the doctor finds out, he'll come up with some way of stopping us for sure. Understood. I will go to the lab and try to keep them occupied while you search the infirmary. Thank you, Sakuya. Sakuya. A moment, gentlemen. A moment, gentlemen. Mr. Leon. Leon. JB. I have
Leon,
something...
JB, come back, JB. We love you, JB.
I have something for you. Sorry for being late. I was somewhat delayed. What are these? The first is the massive key. It should open just about any of the simple locks in the school, just as bright and massive as its owner. In other words, it's a stun gun.
Hmm.
You need to protect yourself. If you need to protect yourselves, use it. You will have more use for those than I thought. What? You will have more use for those than I thought, Kawara. I guess oh, okay. Sakuya is giving Rio. Okay. He's giving him the stun gun. Right. Thank you, Mr. Leone. Maybe I should write in some notes before I go to the infirmary. The hour of judgment has come. You cannot use the Dark Tree's power here. Return to the void, Wallenstein. Well, he seems excited. I wonder what the doctor is doing. Being slandered by Mr. Higure, as you can see. Please, stop breaking school property, Mr. Higure. I have returned from Judecca to defeat you. As long as you live, Calamitous Sorcerer. Okay. As long as you live, Calamitous Sorcerer, the world will be wrapped in eternal dark despair. When he says things with such conviction, I almost find myself believing them. Please, that isn't funny. Yes, come on, Higure. Let's go back to the gym, okay? No, stop! Do not throw me out like some wretched doll! Music stops. I suspect he has suffered from megalomania since birth. Megalomania? Whatever do you mean? Delusions of grandeur. Eschwing societal standards. He lives his life in the midst of some bizarre fantasy. Perhaps it is genetic.
Grandeur.
I wish I had that. There would be no helping him. There would be no helping it then, would there? He is unusually active in the destruction of his surroundings, especially given his physique. Internal prejudice is a terrible thing, I suppose. He is no doubt exerting to the limits of his capacity at all times. The most dangerous part of his ability to bring his surroundings into his fantasy. Oh, the most dangerous part. They had a typo. Is his ability, not his ability. Anyway, though I seem to be less affected than you. And since, although I invited him to the school, I have yet to find a use for him, the whole thing has been nothing but a waste of time. Did you say something just now, Doctor? Nothing at all. Excuse me. Oh, hello, Shirogane. What's going on? Where did Kawara go? He's investigating another area at the moment. Only Dr. Iwamane and Nanaki are here now. Is Sakazaki not here? I think he's walking around to calm his nerves. He's very brave, to be out and about with the scarecrow on the loose. Not brave, imprudent. Stupid mongrel. Stop pretending to be a migratory and get back here so I can distract you. I wanted to occupy both of them, if possible, but at least they don't realize that we suspect them yet. Just the doctor should be enough. Dr. Iwamane, I came here to ask your opinion on something. My opinion? I fear I will not be much use to you there. My body has never required me to visit the infirmary. I have not had much occasion to talk to the doctor since moving here, but I can read his expression perfectly well, all the same. It says, I'm not telling you anything. Where is Mr. Kawara? Did you have a falling out? He did seem to be suspecting me based on nothing but his own prejudice. A pity. I agree, sir. To doubt someone based merely on one's own preconceptions is Bulveri. I don't want to read big words anymore. Bolivarianess, sir. It is nonsense.
Bulgarianness?
Maybe it's a French word, maybe it's a regular word that I just am stupid to understand. That's right. I must be perfectly logical in all things. You are renowned as one of the most intelligent birds in the world, Doctor. I do not think you could be involved in such a grisly crime as this. It is an honor to be praised by the heir to the LaBelle family. Completely flat. Does he never speak with emotion? Oh yeah, Shu always talks in monotone, by the way. I hold a deep respect for you, Doctor. You might not be aware, but my father owes his life to your medicine. A few years ago, your work allowed the LaBelle family to continue on to even greater glory. Is that so? I had not known. I'm afraid that I know little of the fates of the drugs that I develop. The life of but one bird may not be significant to you, but we of the LaBelle family will never forget. Oh, how wonderful. I take it your father is a figure of great respect? Of course. The family must always be honored. The head of the family must always be honored. It would seem that you hold your own bias even more dearly than Mr. Kawara holds his. Almost like the foundation of your very existence. Sakuya is silent. I would rather like to see the expression on your face when that foundation collapses. Locked, says Ryota. Has it been locked ever since the alarm this morning? The doctor went straight to the lab and began the autopsy, and I think he's been here with somebody else ever since then. Been there. Let's see. Maybe that massive lock. Maybe that massive thing Mr. Leona gave me. Leona. Diana. Maybe the massive thing Mr. Leon gave me will do the trick. Silence, silence. Yes! Door opened. The room has always been a little creepy, but it's even worse in this dim light. This room has always been oh. I need to look for evidence that Hayako was here quickly. But where do I start? The longer I spend poking around in the corners, the bigger risk I'll get caught. I need to remember, I've been in here a lot, every time I got sick. Where would the doctor hide something he didn't want anyone else to see? Didn't he forbid his assistants from touching his desk? It would seem the drawers are locked tight. You're up, massive thing. Inside are medical records? He's probably supposed to keep personal information locked up. Though, I've never really thought of him as the respectful type. No. There are only 1, 2, 3, 4 files. The names are Kawara Ryota, Tosaka Hayako, Fujishiro Nageki, and Shirogane Sakuya. What? I'm not surprised to see a file on me in here, but Hayako and Sakuya? They've never had any reason to be in here, and Fujishiro Nageki. Look closely. Nageki's folder says St. Pigeonation's Medical Center on the side. Oh, looking closely. While the others don't. And the date is from 5 years ago. Did he take this from the medical center? Since it's here, he must know something about the fire back then. And the other 3 records from physical exams? They're full of strange symbols and numbers. I'm not sure of what they mean. Huh? Sakuya has a second piece of paper in it. Looks like some sort of memo or... Oh, I got slapped and I blacked out. Ah! A sudden blinding pain in the back of my head. I can't move. I fall unconscious. Silence, silence. Where am I? I feel dizzy. Huh? That's right. I was looking for evidence in the infirmary. Medical records are gone. Somebody took them? I managed to get knocked out, even with the stun gun Mr. Leone gave me. Darn it! I don't know who attacked me, but those records must have been important to get stolen away like that. Darn it! Why did I let myself get taken from behind like that? Bound chicka wow wow.
Take it from behind.
I had our records. Even with those, it would have been hard to prove anything. Whoever attacked me must have been the criminal. They probably wouldn't leave anything. But maybe they missed a clue in here somewhere. Huh? I hadn't noticed earlier, but there's a card number under the desk in the corner. I wouldn't have seen it if I weren't on the floor. This is Hayako's student ID. There's blood on the corner. So it wasn't dropped here by accident before she was killed. It must have happened here. Looks like my doubts about the doctor are confirmed. But for some reason I still feel unsure. I almost feel like this is too good to be true, like I'm being led along. If the doctor were behind it all, surely he would avoid casting so much doubt on himself. Just what is he after, anyway? But I'm not worried about who is doing what and why. I'm worried about finding the one who did this to Hayako. I need to talk with Sakuya. Back in the lab. Sakuya talking to Shu. So, you think it would be a fair amount of time to... You think it would take a fair amount of time to cut a human up like this and distribute them into boxes, Doctor? Correct. Even if she were cut up last night and distributed this morning, it would involve a great deal of physical labor. Sakuya? You again. Can we go to the maintenance room? We need to talk. Very well. Mr. Shirogane. Yes, Doctor? Just as an aside, it would be impossible for one such as myself, even with the knowledge and tools of a physician. Even so, I am not a particularly healthy person. Not a healthy person. The doctor is slightly impaired down his right side, you know. He is? I never knew. I was injured long ago. My right wing never fully recovered, though it rarely poses problems in daily life. A human corpse is heavy. It seems like a bit much to go dragging around with one wing, don't you think? These are birds. Yes, it's all true. It's even recorded in the faculty medical records. Is it? I see. Thanks, I'll remember that. If I tell Sakuya about what I found in the infirmary, as we head to the maintenance office, I'm saving right now.
As we head to the maintenance office, I'm saving right now.
Meaning, Fujishiro Nageki's records and the doctor have something to do with the medical center. I think so, yeah. I wonder about the other records, too. Why you, me, and Hayako all together? Could that really be a coincidence? Did you go there often after you moved here, or anything? No, not once. Notably, nobility knows no illness. Yeah, I've never seen him sick, and he's always pretty lively. I hadn't known about the doctor's injury. Kind of a bad thing to find out now. Bad? Because of its inconvenience to your theory? We must remain just. No harm could ever come from learning more of the truth. I guess so. Maybe because he's not very active, or because he never leaves his infirmary, but guesses I've never... Oh no, I skipped it, darn. No! Oh well. If he couldn't... Darn. Gabe, what did it say? What did it say, Gabe?
What?
Nothing.
He's not paying attention.
I know, I know. If he couldn't have gone, if he couldn't have done it alone, that makes it seem more likely that he was working together with Yuya. Blasted mongrel. No good could ever come of his presence. He merely confuses the issue. Salutations, were you gossiping about me? Yuya! What a pickle. I guess I'm the topic of choice among the boys as well as the girls now. Not that I mind. Don't let it get to your head, mongrel. We weren't saying anything good about you. That's right, Yuya. From our point of view, we were subjecting you to vile slander and ill gossips. You're very frank, Ryota. Nothing wrong with that. What kind of slander? Perhaps you shouldn't say, lest my fragile heart shatter like a maiden's crystal glass dropped by an unkind lover. It should be obvious what we were talking about from our faces alone, but he's completely relaxed. I doubt his heart is made of glass, though. Used tires, maybe. Something that is completely impervious to abuse. Your unsolicited presence saves us trouble of looking for you. We demand answers from you. You lied. You met Tosaka in the infirmary yesterday. Did you kill her? So you doubt me. I'd love to see your evidence. We found her ID card stained with blood in the infirmary. You are duty-bound to answer. What did you see in the infirmary yesterday? And what did you do? Well, I can't tell you anything. Sorry. I can't say anything at all. Cease this foolishness. You know something, don't you? Do not attempt to dodge the creek and stuff. It's the scarecrow making noise. Run, you two! Such terrible timing! Nobody likes a man who can't read the atmosphere, Mr. Scarecrow. Is this a time for jokes? Run! Go! Sound of pigeons flying away.
Everyone gets hunted down and
decapitated.
Decapitated. Yes.
Debirdated.
Deflowered. I mean, not deflowered.
No!
I mean,
No!
Oh my god!
No!
No!
Well,
Brother.
I hear pigeons reach sexual maturity at 1 year of age.
all right. It's not supposed to become a
Fair
thing, though.
enough.
Thank you.
Ryota seems to have left us in the dust. Maybe we should hurry up a little. Well, it doesn't look like it's noticed us. I guess it's not too keen on chasing people. Your idle flirtations sicken me. Filthy mongrel. Shh. Do you want it to hear us? How about this? I'll go first and lure Mr. Beanpole Man toward the cafeteria. You head for the maintenance room while it's distracted, okay? You plan to act as a decoy? Don't think this will stop me from suspecting you. I wasn't asking you to. I've been your ally until now, so why stop now? Our ally? Anyway, run for it as soon as you're out of sight. Adieu. Sakuya, you're okay. I was worried maybe you got caught. Indeed. Isn't Yuya with you? We never got him to answer anything. I do not know. He ran in the opposite direction. We don't have much time left. I think the only thing to do is get him to talk to us and confront the doctor. He's been helping us this whole time, but I don't know if we can still consider him our ally. Indeed. You've always been separated, right? So you don't really know how he usually acts, or if he's likely to do something like this, or... How could I know? He and I live in different worlds. As my father said, I couldn't know. I'm an only child, so I don't really understand siblings, but I think I know how you feel about him, Sakuya. Do not make me repeat myself. He and I have no connection. But I want to believe that. He's not my enemy. Looks like Sakuya isn't entirely sure what to think. The prime suspects are the doctor who aided his family and his own half-brother. If I were given the same situation, I wouldn't be as calm as he is. We should write in the notes and then go talk to the doctor. Go find out exactly what happened in the infirmary. We figured out a lot of things, but there's still a lot that remains a mystery. It's 6 p.m. We don't have much time. Can we solve this and get out alive? If only 4 hours? In only 4 hours? Alright, let's go, Huh? Sakuya? Your friend already left, young one. Why didn't he say so earlier? He's planning to confront the doctor alone. Purple text. Purple slate. Father is of the pure bloodline, and so his life is of the utmost value. By extension, the doctor who saved his life must also be valuable. I must not disrespect him, because that is what Father told me. My brother is born of a low father. My brother, born of a low father, is a worthless being. Though he looks noble, his veins flow filthy in pure blood. I must not associate with those of low birth, because that is what Father told me. I am no longer sure what is blood. Why does it divide us so?
What is blood?
This is stuff that's all over the place in horror movies. Spooky! Hello again, Shirogane. Where's the doctor? He said he was going back to the infirmary. Maybe he forgot something there. Thank you. You're going after him. You're going right after him? Don't you want any tea? Well, be careful. He looked rather troubled. I hope he's alright. Doctor. Mr. Shirogane. You look quite fatigued. Would you care to rest for a while? You are wrong. Are you not, sir? Whatever could you mean? I wish to learn the truth. What did you and Sakazaki do? Which of you decided to kill Tosaka? It's not something to say without proof, Mr. Shirogane. But then, why we have but little time left. Perhaps I shall explain things to you. I did not kill Miss Tosaka. This is the truth. Of course, how could I let myself be swayed by idle rumors? The doctor could not possibly carry out such an atrocity. Mr. Sakazaki did not kill her either, which raises the question, who did? Sakazaki admitted that he was involved in the crime. He could not possibly be. I merely said he did not kill her. I did not say he wasn't involved. Of course, the same applies to myself. The two of you did not kill her, but were involved? But then, who did kill her? Oh dear me, this won't do. Talking to you makes me feel like I'm about to fall asleep. I suppose there are limits of a mere mongrel. What? What did you just say? Doctor, Could you be quiet for a minute, Mr. Shirogane? You bore me. You filthy, low-born mongrel. What? What are you saying, sir? I'm not like You did well. Thanks to you, Mr. Kawara has found out almost everything he needs. Just one more push, and he'll be done. Thank you, Mr. Shirogane. A glint of white steel. His left wing slowly traces an arc in the air. I'm dying. I'm dying. What did he say? Why was I left behind? I can't think. Silence, silence, silence? Sakazaki! Yuya's bleeding. Stop that, Issa. What? Stop that, Issa. I told you not to touch my brother. Suddenly, Sakazaki Yuya blocks out the sun. There is no sun. Blood is spreading across the floor. Am I unhurt? Who's... your wing? Such beautiful brotherly love, Mr. Sakazaki. You were the real hero all along, of course. I only promised that I wouldn't tell other people. Not that I wouldn't tell him myself. Or that I wouldn't kill him. After all, the work... after all... Hold on. After all that work, to steal the records from Mr. Kawara too. Yeah, you've always been like this. A coward and a villain at the core. Oh, such flattery. What are you doing, Doctor? Why? Why are you doing this? I told you, remember? You bore me. And now that you've helped Mr. Kawara as much as you can, I have no more use for you. Why should I put up with your babbling now that I am done with you? I do not understand, sir. Why did you and Sakazaki... This is exactly what I'm talking about. You have no I have no responsibility to explain to you. Goodbye, Mr. Shirogane. No, don't move, Sakuya. Sakuya! Oh, Mr. Kawara! We were just discussing you. Yuya is standing over Sakuya, blood running down his body. The doctor standing next to them. There's no question about what happened. Doctor! So it was you all along, was it? I wonder about that. Ha ha ha. Pull yourself together, Sakazaki. Say something. Don't worry, he won't die just yet. I'm sure you'll enjoy a confession or two, so ask him all you want. Wait, Doctor! Glass breaking. Ah, the scarecrow's here.
Da 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 da.
Ugh, I'm getting flashbacks to that one jump scare comic where you're just scrolling down, and then the thing starts scrolling for you, and the thing turns around and makes noise. Ugh. Ugh. Very nice. Good job, jump scare. You got me. Even though I knew it was gonna happen, I watched it again. Jump scare. Are you... The Scarecrow. There you are, Labor 9. I was waiting for you. Come, let's go. Labor 9? Is that the Scarecrow's name? So, he was working under the doctor the whole time? Just a little more, Mr. Kawara. Do you think you'll remember soon? Stop running away! You killed Hayako. I will never forgive you. I'm glad you're so lively. That's good. I shall be waiting for you deep beneath the surface. Chase me, Mr. Kawara. I reach out. I can't reach. The doctor and the scarecrow are gone. Don't go chasing after the beanpole man on your own, Ryota. A good man keeps his cool, even in times like this. Don't speak. You're still bleeding. Don't worry. Who the hell do you think I am? I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I know my limits better than anyone else. I won't die. To a little scalpel. Getting whacked with a cleaver would have been bad, but there's plenty of bandages here. Sakuya, wait here. I'll go get Mr. Leone. Wait, Ryota. I have things to tell you. Can you wait long enough to hear my confession of love? Like the doctor said, there's no time to waste. So let me tell you everything I can. No, let me tell you everything I can. This might be our last chance. It's too late, Sakazaki. If you were involved, why didn't you tell us before? We had a deal. Well, we had a deal. Of course, he broke it without a second thought. The doctor and I did not kill her. That's the truth. But then why did he... She died in this room after school yesterday. That is also the truth. Then there was someone else. Yes. Right as always, Sakuya. And that third person killed Hayako? Who was it? I'm sorry, I can't tell you that. I think you'll figure it out. I have to apologize to you. The doctor and I were the ones who cut her up. So you stuffed her into those boxes? It was me. The time. The doctor needed to be sure when she'd be found. He decided morning would give time for most humans to gather. I suppose he probably thought putting her in boxes was funny too. Most humans? The most humans? But why would... Looks like I've stayed on the fence to the very end. I didn't have the resolve to go either way. If only things had been a little different. I mean... cough, cough. I had thought you'd be fine. Are you worried for me? I'm honored. Could you go outside for a bit, Ryota? We'll go to the maintenance office afterwards. Just for a little. I want to talk to Sakuya alone. You have a new father now, Yuya. He has a beautiful mansion, and will be moving there tomorrow. But your new father says he doesn't want your brother. He says he can only feed you if you leave the egg behind. Mother is sad. He is her son too. I will go. I will throw my brother away, Mother. Give me the egg. The new father killed my father. I know he did. He killed him so he could take Mother from him. I waited until she laid a new egg. Until she laid an egg with the new father's child inside. I hid him away in the mansion. And I switched them. Whoa. So he will raise my brother as his own son. The new father hates me. But he will love my brother. He will give him nice food and nice clothes and a nice bed. My brother will not know. No one will know but me. I hate the new father. I took the new egg, and I smashed it. Well then. They're not half-brothers, they're full brothers.
No, no.
That's not a bad thing. I've always thought that maybe I should have told you. The doctor did not lie. You're the same as me, Sakuya. We were never half-brothers. You are my real brother. Impossible! I am the heir to the LaBelle family. Father told me so. Everyone told me so. I was raised for no other purpose. I never told anyone that I switched the eggs. If Father found out now, he'd throw you away. I did it for you. No, maybe I didn't. Maybe I did it maybe I just did it to spite that man. I killed the child he had with Mother. That was the cross I had to bear. It was never your problem. I was happy to see you living in luxury. You... Under what authority? None. You're right. I only ever listened to myself. But the doctor noticed. He must have realized. This music, though, wow. I guess I was doing what he said all along. Since I took your land. The music is playing right now.
Okay.
The fact that I killed the LaBelle, the other father's child, will never leave me. I've never been able to forget. If you're blamed for that child's death, you have to press on. You can't let it stop you. I always worried about whether I should tell you or not. And now it's too late. So, fool! Baka! To deny me my lineage now? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Sakuya. I should have told you long ago. I was never as sure of myself as you. If I'm not of the LaBelle line, what am I? I knew you'd ask that. Straightforward as always. Leave this place, Sakuya, and think about it long and hard. You have a lot more to worry about than just who your family is after all. No, wait, Sakazaki. Stay with me. There's still much for you to tell me. It's been a long time since we talked this much. I talk to you every day when you're still an egg. Pull yourself together, Yuya. You can't leave like this. You said a little scalpel like that couldn't kill you. I should apologize for that too. Remember the headmaster? That was nerve toxin. You mean that scalpel had... Go on, Sakuya. Leave your liar brother and go. The doctor must have a way out of here. You are yourself. Never let anyone tie you down. Later, buddy. Yuya! Yuya! Brrr. 5th class, end. Sixth class. This game is a gateway game. Like, I'm gonna have to get other visual novels now. Curses, Chris! Why? Why, Chris? Warning, high encoding. This has been 3 hours and 37 minutes. Wow. It's 6 p.m. Oh, wow, it's 11 o'clock now. I mean, there is no time. Story time with Brad. I haven't had much of a sense of time passing since the dome appeared, but it's already evening. The atmosphere in the maintenance office is tense. The doctor said he'll be waiting deep beneath the surface. Does this building have a basement? Certainly not one that appears on the official plans, but maybe. Under the medical center? The one that's blocked off with concrete? It does not seem to me that the medical center is an entirely independent building. There may well be a path from this building into the basement there. Is there anywhere you might have missed something? The girls' bathroom. Missed something, or forgotten something. Somewhere I forgot to look. Oh! That's right. The encyclopedia from the library in the medical center. And the chronology of the medical records. I'd like to talk to Nageki again. You've thought of something? Yeah, I need to go check. Sakuya. Sakuya is silent. He hasn't spoken since what happened in the infirmary. I can't blame him. I know how he feels. I better leave him alone. Whoa. Nageki is talking to a wisp. I know. I'm worried about it too. The wisp is just saying dots. You're fading again. Where are you? Nageki! There you are. What is it? I found out a lot about the school. And about you. I see. I suppose you know who I am, then. Sort of, but... There are things I need to ask you. That's why I'm here. The fire 5 years ago, and the dome today. How are they related? Nageki must know something about the secrets that this school holds. You aren't really here anymore, are you? That might be so. Or it might not. I saw in the school records, says you died 5 years ago in an accident, in the medical center. I had become aware of that. I stopped my own clock here. That's why I could never leave. Stopped your... In other words, at the very least, you took your own life. At the very least, I took my life through my own will. I am almost sure of that. So you didn't die in the accident? He hangs his head in silence. Looks like he can't remember everything from before he died. I need a clue. There must be a basement under the medical center, and I need to get there. Oh, that's right. The encyclopedia. The encyclopedia? You used to go through the medical center, right? Did you switch one of the encyclopedias from here with the one from there? Why would... That's what I want to know. I guess I should tell him. Look, you know the encyclopedias here are out of order. There are 2 copies of the Volume 9 and no Volume 6. Medical Center has the same encyclopedias? Yeah, there are 2 copies of 6 and no 9. How disorderly. Yeah. Anyway, the copies of Volume 6, there has a library sticker on it. Someone must have taken it from here and switched the encyclopedias. Mr. Kawara, try reading this copy of Column 9. Volume 9? They missed V and hit C? Column 9. Nice. Looking's worth 1,000 spoken words, I guess. Huh? This isn't right. It looks like another book when it's closed. But... it's a box? It's full of files. Some sort of documents? They're all from 5 years ago. These must have been... What does it say? That one. Let's see. Operation Hatoful. This is talking about using carrier individuals as biological weapons to fight humans. The same title as the file in the headmaster's office. But I never expected anything like this. Meaning, this school has been being used for biological weapons development for at least 5 years. 2180. New strains of Sumatra influenza isolated. 2183. New strain has been isolated from Fujishiro Nageki. It is lethal to humans and has been named the Karen virus. It has entered research at St. Pigeonation's Medical Center. Karen virus? Charon. C-H-A-R-O-N. Humans I met would always get very sick. Are you remembering something? Yes. I think so. I was the one who brought the book here. The birds with me in the medical center often did secret things in the reference room. Mount Chicka Wow Wow? I wanted to tell someone. Tell someone important what was happening to the center. What was it? My family. It must have been my family. That's right. I burned. I had to disappear. Why didn't I notice? Did I your help to see? Did I need your help to see? Did you forget a word, people? Come on. He paces nervously in circles, rambling on to himself. If you've realized something, it would help me to know what it is. I've remembered what happened here 5 years ago. I can't remember my parents' faces. I lived in an orphanage with other birds my age since before I could remember. I never thought much of it at the time, but apparently everybody there was a war orphan. But I did not resent the humans who had started the war. I did not care. I thought that living with other chicks and no parents was as natural as it could be. One day, the endless routine was broken, and some humans broke into the orphanage. They had guns and kept shouting, "Free humanity! Free humanity!" Or I guess he would have been more like, "Free humanity! Free humanity!" I think that's what they said. They barricaded themselves in our house and killed us one at a time. I was helpless. I could only hide in the corner and weep as my family was killed before my eyes. I don't know how much time had gone by since they came. When I looked around the silent room, they were all collapsed on the floor. Birds had come to save us. They had come and killed the evil humans. And that is what I thought. But you've been granted a great power. You are one of the chosen few. I left the orphanage with my one remaining sibling, and we lived in an apartment. But I was weak. I couldn't go to school or get a job. I was nothing but a burden. And then I received an invitation. We wish to welcome you with special treatment. How would you like to study at the world's foremost avian school? We will provide anything you need, anything at all. There's a hospital on the school grounds. We will provide a room for you to live there. You shall receive all the care you require. I was living with my brother. I did not want to leave him, but if I continued to live with him, I would only hold him down. He was happy to hear I would have a chance to improve my physical condition, and so I enrolled in St. Pigeonations. I was still weak, and so I often stayed in my room. I had no friends, but I was not unhappy. The nurses and faculty were very kind to me, all very kind to me. And then, early in the first summer vacation, the doctor made a proposal to me. This vacation is the perfect opportunity. Would you like to undergo intensive treatment? You will have to stay inside for some time, but by the end of summer, you should be as healthy as any other bird in the school. And so I began a long summer in the underground facility. First, a routine of daily examinations and numerous medications. And then the experiments began. The experiments to kill humans. A human would be brought to me. They would struggle and gasp, and then they would with a last painful sigh, they would stop moving. I knew why I was brought here. Living in my body was a virus deadly to humans in a matter of minutes. My parents, whose faces I never knew, were killed by humans. Everyone else in the orphanage was killed by humans. And in return, they're human with each experiment. Simply by standing in the same room as me, by breathing the same air as me, they would collapse. I couldn't stand it. I had no reason not to hate them, but watching them die in front of me shaved away at my heart, little by little. And so I decided to end it all. I had only one wish. I wanted to disappear from this world without a trace. The Charon virus. The deadly guest that made its home in my body. That is what they called it. No doubt they were searching for a way to destroy humanity with that virus. That was Operation Hatoful? Yes. That's why I burned it all 5 years ago. There should be nothing left, but I am not here. But maybe, just maybe, there's still something left somewhere. I can feel them. I can feel him close by. Mr. Kawara, are you going to the basement? I don't have a choice. To find a way out of here alive, and to find out why they killed Hayako, I need to ask the doctor. I see. That encyclopedia. What else is inside? Oh. A piece of paper folded along with the files. This is a map of the medical center? When I was there, I went through the medical center, but it must be connected with the main building somewhere near here. It looks like the gym. So those stairs are, I believe it is in the chemistry preparation room. The researchers often went in there. The doctor is beneath the preparation room. Thank you, Nageki. I have to go. Yes. I think I'll be seeing you. I think you'll be seeing me again, and Miss Tosaka as well. Oh, I say he's gonna die. 7th class. A staircase in the preparation room? Now, I want to go ahead and point this out. Whenever we saw the teacher before, like when we were dating the teacher, and the doctor locked us in that room, he was in the preparation room. And, like, that's what he was doing. He came out of there. It's like, when did you get here? And he's like, no, when did you get here? Anyway, a staircase in the preparation room? I've never noticed one. I wonder where it could be. If the scarecrow went down with the doctor, it would need to be a pretty big opening. We'll have to go and look. It's 7 p.m. already. We only have 3 hours until we're overrun with bloodthirsty humans. I don't know for sure if we can escape, if there's an escape route in the basement, but it's our best bet. Maybe we go, maybe we should get everybody from the gym to come with us as soon as we find the stairs. Leave that to me, says Leon JB. Mr. Leon, I'll take care of the other students. Don't worry, I'm not a massive agent for nothing. Well then, thank you, Mr. One. Aren't you going along with him, sir? I'm gonna come with you, Kawara. I'm going, we never know what could happen. Sometimes I get to a point where I think that a new line is started, and I go all the way to the left, and I start reading again. Thank you, sir. You're welcome. I am your homeroom teacher, after all. You've done such good so far. You've done such a good job so far. I just want to be there to help you if things get dangerous. And then fall asleep in the middle of it. What about you, Sakuya? Silence. You two go ahead. I'll catch up with you. Right, okay. We're going to get out of here together, okay? Too much has happened today, for both Sakuya and me. I don't know what's on his mind, and he doesn't seem to be interested in telling me, but if he wants to be alone, that's for the best. I guess it's the two of us then, Mr. Nanaki. If something bad happens, one of us can come back to warn you, and the others, Mr. Leon. Understood. Commence Operation Breakout it is, then. Not so fast, says Engel. Glass shattering. Engel? What does he want now? We don't have the time to be for messing around. Textoris Melodus Funnus. You travel now to the Abyss of Despair. Do you not? The Abyss of Despair? I sense demon spores far greater in power than even those released by the Tree of Blight. I cannot allow you to face the Dark Sorcerer Wallenstein alone. The Wallenstein guy is the doctor, right? Okay. We're coming for you, Wallenstein. Wait, Engel, we need to be careful. Wait! He certainly is lively. Let's go. I think this is the first time I've been in here. It's kind of bland. Yes. Not a very friendly room, but not distasteful either. This place is flooded with demon spores. Any good bird would normally avoid it. Can you think of anything, sir? Like a hidden door, or... I don't come here very much, so... Do you feel a draft? A draft? There are no windows in here. It must be coming from the basement. Reverse symbol noise, Engel, exclamation.
shall be playing Path of Exile once again.
Be silent, my crimson breast. We must hold it back, or the eulogy of
I just
doom will...
imagine someone talking to their breast that... Be
Gate of
silent, my
Everest,
breast.
guide me to the abyss. Wait, calm down, Angel, you can't... He starts breaking stuff. Oh, there it is. So it was behind the mirror all along. He's a lot more clever than he acts, isn't he? Even if he does spout nonsense, whenever he opens his beak, let's proceed. Textoris melodus, Melodia funis. Textoris Melodia funis. The master of the abyss awaits us below.
Excuse me?
The master of the abyss awaits us below. A long dark staircase winds downward below the mirror. How far does it go? The basement itself should be pretty big. This is sort of like an entrance to a subway tunnel. Let's go. See a giant robotic anus. Very impressive. This is a lot fancier than I expected. I never knew this place was huge. I never knew this huge place underneath the school. I messed that up. The faculty has been used. This facility has been used for research to kill humans since the school was founded. Hayako, none of us ever knew. We lived our carefree lives while with all this going on beneath our feet. I don't see any, Birdie. I wonder if it's closed now. Yeah, it's clean and orderly. But I don't get the feeling that it's still in use. There was a fire somewhere down here 5 years ago, and since then the whole faculty's been shut up. Facility's been shut up. I suppose they froze whatever project they were working on. Hey, Angel. Which way do you think we should go to find the doctor? I'm gonna go ahead and save. That would be... my crimson breast murmurs. A reverse symbol, slightly. The Midnight Hunter approaches. The Scarecrow. Couldn't you have said so earlier? Oh dear, if we don't get past him, we can't go on. We cannot reach Wallenstein without first defeating his dark servant. This trial cannot be avoided. Revert save! Not really. But all we've ever managed to do is run away from this thing. How can we... We can't get anywhere just by running away. Do we have any sort of weapon? A weapon. I do have a stun gun. The stun gun Mr. Leone lent me. Will it work even on a scarecrow? Maybe not at a normal output, but it looks like a living creature, so I doubt it would be completely unaffected. The Midnight Hunter is a hound bred from the Black Void. We must purify it with holy water. Oh yes, that's a good idea. What did he even say? There's a fire hose on the wall there. If we time it right. Mr. Nanaki wobbles toward the wall and pulls out the hose. Of course. Ready? He points the hose at the Scarecrow and opens the valve. Angel, sir, get back! I set my stun gun to maximum and hurl it at the Scarecrow.
Got myself ice cream.
I just spilled water in my lap.
Nice job.
Here, you go. Silence. It collapses with an unpleasant noise. Its electrified metal arm twitches for a moment, but then it's still. We did it! Electricity is